Abin, Gautam, Dominic, Lakshmi, Adulya, switch on your videos. Okay, did you draw the atomic structure of chlorine? Yes or no? Abin? Dominic? Gauri? Yeah. Anjali Priya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, tell me, how can we draw the atomic structure of chlorine? What's the atomic number of chlorine? Tell me. Yeah?
17.
Yeah, it's 70. So the number of electrons?
17.
Yeah, it's also 70. So we draw the nucleus. Then the first shell. How many electrons are there in the first shell? Yeah, tell me. Yeah, it's 2 electrons. Then in the second shell?
8.
Yeah, it's 8 electrons. Because the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in the L shell, that is 8. 7, 8. Then how many electrons are there in the M shell?
7.
Yeah, it's 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 electrons in the L shell, and 7 electrons in the M shell. Okay, in this way we can represent all elements. Okay, the atomic structure of all elements can be represented using these 3 rules. Clear? So for the next class, all of you study by heart the first 20 elements in the periodic table. Okay, first 20 elements. Then we are moving to the next topic, that is valency. You heard this term in the last chapter, right? Anyone can define this valency? Huh? Arun? Arun, can you hear me? Arun? Gauri, can you define valency?
It is the number of atoms present in it.
What? Tell me one
The
thing.
number of atoms present in it.
No. Okay. Anyone? So we are going to learn this valency. We learned that it's the combining power or capacity of an element. Did you remember that sentence? It's the combining power or capacity of element. We are going to learn it in details. Okay. So before enter into valency, we are going to learn valence electrons. Valence electrons. The electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom, it is known as valence electrons. the electrons that is present in the outermost shell of an atom, it is known as valence electrons. So, what about the number of valence electrons in the case of chlorine? Tell me. We can represent it 2, then 8, 7, right? So, what's the number of valence electrons in the case of chlorine? Abin, can you tell me? Abin?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Number of valence electrons in chlorine. Ashik? It is just the electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom. So, which is the outermost shell here? K, L, M. So, 7. In the case of chlorine, there are 7 valence electrons. Valence electrons means just the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit. Okay. So, the electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom, it is known as the valence electrons. And there are certain elements, they have completely filled outermost shell. Okay. Completely filled outermost shell. It means that they attain the maximum capacity of electron. In the case of K shell, the maximum electrons that can be accommodated in the K shell is?
and 2.
Yeah, it's 2, right? So, in the case of helium, what will be the number of electrons in K shell? K shell,
And
yeah,
2.
it's 2. So, the maximum number of electrons, they are fulfilled, right? In the case of certain other elements like neon, argon, krypton, etc. The elements that exist in the right end of the periodic table or the noble gases, inert gases, they also have this completely filled electrons. It means only the exception in the case of helium. In the case of helium, only 2 electrons, but all other elements in that noble gases, they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. These elements have valency 0. Elements having a completely filled outermost shell, they have valency 0. Clear? Certain elements, they having a completely filled outermost shell have valency 0. In the case of argon, okay, it's 18. Argon 18. So it becomes 2, then 8, 8, right? 2, 8, 8. So there are 8 electrons in the outermost shell. That is the last orbit. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in the outermost orbit is 8, right? So
Yes,
here in the case of argon, there are 8 electrons. So these elements, argon, helium, neon, etc., they have outermost shell completely filled. That means their valency is 0. Their valency is 0. Clear? So the helium atom, it is the only exception that have 2 electrons as completely filled. That is because the K shell, it has maximum number of electrons is 2. So the helium atom has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, and all other elements have atoms with 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So those elements which have completely filled electrons in the outermost shell have valency 0. Clear? Sania,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read these points?
Valency. The electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom are known as valence electrons.
Okay.
Elements having a completely filled outermost shell have valency 0.
Yeah.
Helium atom has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, and all other elements have atoms with 8 electrons in the outermost shell.
Okay, fine. Let's look into this periodic table. Okay. In this periodic table, the right end of the periodic table consists of helium, then neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, etc. Okay. In the case of helium, only 2 electrons in its outermost shell. All other elements, neon, argon, krypton, etc., they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So these all elements in the right end of the periodic table, they are known as noble gases or inert gases. Okay, noble gases or inert gases. They have valency 0. They do not take part in any chemical reaction. Clear? Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So helium, it has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. Then all other inert gases or noble gases, they have valency 0 because their outermost shell have 8 electrons or completely filled electrons in their outermost shell. Okay. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So valence electrons, those electrons are in the outermost shell of an orbit. The electrons that in the outermost shell of an orbit or the outermost shell, that is known as valence electrons. And there are certain elements, they have valency 0 because they have completely filled electrons in their outermost shell. In the case of helium, it is 2, and in the case of other noble gases, it is 8. Clear? Then the combining capacity of the atoms of elements, that is the tendency to react and form molecules to attain a fully filled outermost shell. So the elements other than the noble gases, okay, they engage or they take part in chemical reactions to attain a fully filled outermost shell. When we look other examples, example oxygen, its atomic number is 8, so the number of electrons is 8. It is filled like this, 2, then 6, right? It's not 8. So this oxygen mainly take part in chemical reactions to attain this 6 to become 8. Okay. So the elements other than inert gases or noble gases, they have a tendency to react and form molecules. For what? To attain a fully filled outermost shell. When they take part in chemical reactions, they will attain a fully filled outermost shell. That means maximum 8 electrons in their outermost shell. That's their combining capacity of the atoms of elements. An outermost shell which had 8 electrons. 8 electrons was said to possess an octet. Okay. If there are 8 electrons in their outermost shell, it is said to be octet. Oct means 8, right? So octet, an outermost shell which had 8 electrons was said to possess an octet. Then atoms react to achieve an octet in the outermost shell. That I already told you. Atoms react. Atoms engaged in chemical reactions to achieve an octet in their outermost shell. This can be done by sharing of electrons, gaining of electrons, or losing electrons. In the case of oxygen, 2 more electrons are gained to attain an octet, right? Then in the case of chlorine, it is 2, 8, 7. So here 7, it becomes 8. So 1 more electron is needed. So the elements other than noble gases, they engaged in chemical reactions to attain completely filled or complete 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Is this point clear? Adulya? Adulya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you read these points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The combining capacity of the atoms of elements, that is the tendency to react and form molecules to
Yeah.
attain a fully filled outermost shell.
Okay.
An outermost shell which had 8 electrons was
Sorry,
said
8
to
electrons. 8 electrons.
electrons was said to possess an octet.
Okay.
Atoms react to achieve an octet in the outermost shell.
Yeah.
This was done by sharing, gaining, or losing electrons.
Okay. Is this clear for everyone? So the electrons present in the outermost shell, that is known as, tell me. The electrons present in the outermost shell is known as,
Valence electrons.
yeah, it's valence electrons. And there are certain elements, those have valency 0. Why? Tell me, Abdulya. Why there are certain elements have valency 0?
Elements having a completely filled
Very good.
outermost
Yeah,
shell.
completely filled outermost shell. In the case of helium, how many electrons are present in the case of helium, Sean? Sean, can you please tell me?
Ma'am, 2.
Yeah, it's 2. In the case of helium, it is 2, but it is completely filled because K shell has the maximum capacity 2 electrons. Then Anjali Priya, tell me the number of electrons, number of valence electrons in the case of other noble gases.
8.
8. So in order to attain this 8 or octet number of electrons, all other elements, they are take part in chemical reactions. How they get these electrons or how they fulfill this octet configuration? Uh, Dominic, can you tell me? Melita? Melita, can you hear me? Srihari? Ashik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you tell me how other elements attain this octet configuration? Hmm? Okay, they take part in chemical reactions by sharing, losing or gaining electrons. Okay, all of you switch on your videos. Okay, then we are going to learn the definition for valency. Then the number of electrons gained or lost or shared so as to make the octet of electrons in the outermost shell. That is the combining capacity of element. It is known as valency. Okay, clear? The number of electrons gained, lost or shared so as to make the octet of electrons in the outermost shell. That is the combining capacity of that element and it is known as valency. Clear? While they take part in chemical reactions, either they gained electrons or lost electrons or shared electrons. So, in order to make their outermost shell as octet or completely filled, that is their combining capacity and it is known as valency. Alna, can you hear me? Yeah. So well. Yeah. Can you read this definition of valency?
The number of electrons gained or lost or shared so as to make the
Octet of electrons.
octet of electrons in outermost shell combining capacity of the element is called valence.
Yeah, it is known as valency.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then there is a table in your textbook, page number 51. Okay. Is this clear for everyone? This table? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then first one, hydrogen. Okay. Its atomic number is?
1.
Yeah, it's 1. So the number of protons and number of electrons?
1.
Yeah, it's also 1 because the atomic number that is equal to the number of protons and number of electrons. And how can we distribute this electron? K shell 1, right? So it can be represented simply 1. So the valency of this hydrogen, it's also 1. Okay, that's in the outermost shell. Only 1 electron, so 1 is the valency of this hydrogen. And the next one, helium. I told you about the valency of helium. What is the valency of helium? Tell me.
No 1.
Valency of helium.
0.
Yeah, it's 0.
0.
Why? Why? Tell me why. Because in the K shell, the maximum number of electrons is 2 and here it is completely filled. So in the case of helium, it is 0. The next one, lithium. Atomic number of lithium is?
3.
Yeah, it's 3. So we can represent it as 2, then 1, right? So this 1, it is the valency of lithium. Okay? This 1 is the valency of lithium. The number of electron in the outermost shell. Okay? The next one, beryllium. What's the valency? Not valency. Atomic number of beryllium is?
4.
4. So how can we represent it? 2, then?
2.
Yeah, 2, 2, right? So here, the maximum number of electrons accommodated in the L shell is 8, right? Here only 2. So this 2, it is the valency of beryllium. Clear? Clear? Yeah. So the 2 electrons are there in the outermost shell. That 2 is the valency of beryllium. The next one in the case of boron. What is the atomic number of boron?
5.
Yeah, it's 5. How can we represent it? 2, then?
3.
Yeah, 3. So these 3, it's the valency of boron. Okay. The next one, carbon. What's the atomic number of carbon?
6.
Yeah, it's 6. So the valency, it can be represented as 2, then 2,
4.
yeah, 4. So this 4 is the valency of carbon. Okay, clear? Then next one, look at the next example. It's just different from this pattern. Okay, nitrogen. Nitrogen, what will be the atomic number of nitrogen?
7.
Which one?
7.
Yeah, it's 7. How can we represent it? 2, then?
5.
Yeah, 5.
5.
In the last pattern, we just write this number as the valency, right? The
Yes,
number
ma'am.
that we obtained in the outermost shell, that considered to be the valency. But in the case of these elements, 2, 5. The maximum number of electrons accommodated in the L shell is 8, right? So, how many electrons are needed to become octet?
And 3 more.
Yeah, here 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, right? So this 3 is considered as the valency in the case of nitrogen. Okay? So in the case of hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, we take just the outermost electron, the electron in the outermost shell. Okay? But in the case of this nitrogen, we just taken how many electrons are needed to become octet. Okay, how many electrons are needed? In the case of hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, how many electrons are present in the outermost shell is considered as valency. But in the case of this nitrogen, how many electrons are needed to become octet, that is considered. Clear? That's because this 3 is lesser than 5, right? 3 is lesser than 5. That's why 3 is considered. Look at the next example. Oxygen. Tell me. What's the atomic number of oxygen?
8.
Yeah, 8. How can we represent it? 2.
2, 6.
6.
Yeah, 2, 6. What will be the valency of this oxygen?
Ma'am, 2.
Yeah, it's 2 because 2 more electrons are needed to become 8. So here 2 is the valency of oxygen. Okay, not 6. 2 is the valency of oxygen. Then next one, fluorine. Fluorine. What will be the electron representation? Sorry, what's the atomic number?
9.
9.
Yeah, it's 9. How can we represent 2? Then
2, 7.
7.
yeah, 2, 7. Then what will be the valency of fluorine?
Ma'am, 1.
Yeah, it's 1 because 8 electrons are needed. 8 electrons are the completely filled orbital. 1 electron is needed to become octet. Okay. The next one, neon. Neon is considered as a noble gas because atomic number 10, but here 2, 8. It's already completely filled. So its valency is 0. Okay. The next one, sodium. What is the atomic number of sodium?
11.
Yeah, it's 11. Then how can we represent it?
Ma'am,
2,
2, 8.
2, 8, 1. Then what will be the valency of sodium?
1.
Yeah, it's 1. Okay. Then next one, magnesium.
12.
12. How can we represent?
2, 8, 2.
2, 8, 2. So here 2 is the valency. So I think, did you get how we can obtain this valency? Yeah, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In the case of certain elements, just take that number of electrons in their outermost orbit. And in the case of some other elements, just count how many electrons are needed to become octet. Okay. And there are few elements that considered as noble gases. They have already completely filled configuration or completely filled electrons. They are considered as stable. They do not take part in chemical reaction. They have valency 0. Okay, clear? Then there are certain homework. Page number 47. Page number 47, 2 questions. Then 49, 2 set of questions. Let's write it in your notebook. Okay. And study that 20 elements in order according to their atomic number. Okay. Homework, page number 47 and 49 questions. 3 set of questions total. Okay. Then Abin Thompson,
Present, ma'am.
present. Akhlam Fatima, Elna Rose, present. Ananda Krishna, Anjali Priya, present. Anthony Maxi, yeah. Arun Bhaskar, yeah. Ashik Joshi, present. Adulya, present. Bastin, present. Then Emrin,
Present, ma'am.
okay, okay. Fagad, no. Then Jaslyn,
Present, ma'am.
Justin, yeah, present. Karthik, yeah. Kshetra, okay. Then Melita, present. Minha. No. Revu. Okay. Said.
Present, ma'am.
Sania present. Yeah. Shania present. Sobal present. Sean present, right? Yeah. Sriram present. Srihari.
Present, ma'am.
No. Sriram absent. Srihari present. Swadi Krishna.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, so absent is Aklam Fatima, then Fagad, Minha, right? So all of you study those 20 elements, okay, according to their atomic number, then do the homework in your notebook, okay?
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you all. See you next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.